This week, one of my advisees came to the session and he started like this. Vicky, I realized that I am a revengeful person. And that's how we started the session. I said, okay, let's dive into it. And he said, well, I had a situation, and due to this situation, I was able to recognize that I am a revengeful person and I don't like to be like that. So he continued and he said, but I did what you told me, because on the sessions I teach my advisees to go further, not just stay there. And let's dive into that belief and to see where that comes from, okay? And after that, we replace it. So he said, I did what you told me, and I found out that my father was like that. So he told me a story about his father, how his father was revengeful against him, and what he did was keeping that behavior. So I said, well, let's observe this, because it's not that you are revengeful. You are repeating an inherited behavior. But today, as you are conscious about it, you can choose who you want to be. And that is completely different, right? Just saying, I'm a revengeful person, that's saying, wow, I found out that I'm just repeating an inherited behavior. And now I'm free to choose who I want to be. So after the session, I kept thinking about this, and a story of my own came to my mind. A couple of years ago, I was traveling. I went to visit my family. I was at my brother's house and I was spending time with my nephew. At that time, he was maybe 6 years old. He was a child, yes. And I was playing with him in the table football, yes. We were having fun. At some point, I was swirling the player and I just made a goal, yes. And I started laughing and he was pissed off. So we continued playing, and at some point he started saying, Auntie, put your hand here. And he was like pointing at a player. And I said, what for? Put the hand here. So I put my fingers on the player he was telling me, and he suddenly just pushed the other player with force, with violence, and he hit my finger. And I was like shocked, and I said, what did you do that? And he started laughing, and he said, haha, now it's my turn to laugh. And I was shocked, and I said, wait a minute, did you do it on purpose? And he said, well, because you were laughing at me, you were swirling the players, and that's not fair. And then I stopped and I said, look, I explained to him, what you have just done is called revenge. You didn't like what I was doing before, but you didn't say anything, and you just waited for the moment to do the same. That is revenge, and it's not healthy. And he just got angry. I said, well, but you did it first. And I said, but I didn't know that you didn't like it because you didn't say anything. So the next time that something bothers you, you have to say it. Yes, you are allowed to say it. You are allowed to tell the other person that, hey, I didn't like what you did or what you said. So the other person can know, because I didn't know you were bothered, okay? And he said, okay. So on the following day, we were playing something else, and I won, and I started laughing. And suddenly he just stopped and he said, Auntie, I don't like that you laugh at me when I lose. I don't like it. So I just stopped and I said, okay, I won't do it again, because I didn't know. So I could see that just once of telling him he changed. And this is what we need to understand, okay? When we are a child, if we don't learn these kind of things, we repeat it, yes? My father used to bully me, yes? I used to suffer bullying from my father, so I was doing the same with my nephew without even noticing, okay? So by watching this reaction he had of revenge, I was able to see my own reaction. And that's how we can change afterwards. But first we need to see it, we need to teach others, and we need to implement it ourselves. So now it's your turn. If you resonate with this, either if you feel revengeful or you were not conscious, yes, of some traits of your own, let me know, and how you are going to replace this, because we can change these kind of behaviors, okay? I'm not a revengeful person. I'm just repeating an inherited behavior, and when I'm conscious about it, I can choose who I want to be. So let me know, and I will read you.